So those are my tips, tricks, and secrets when it comes to getting more subscribers on YouTube. And it's what I'm going to continue to focus on in the future to continue to build my YouTube audience. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. So, YouTube. The tube of you. Seems like these days everyone's trying to build a YouTube channel, right? Which I personally think is actually awesome. And I seriously think there is an audience out there for anyone about anything, no matter what your channel is about. I've been on YouTube since like 2006, 2007.
Hey yo, what's poppin'? The BMAC here. The Mac Daddy. The McDizzle.
And now, 10 plus years later after starting my first channel on YouTube, there's a lot I learned over the past decade. There's a lot of things I wish I did, there's a lot of things I wish I didn't. There are definitely some things that set you up for success, and then there are definitely some things that hinder your ability to be successful on YouTube. So I'm doing it. Today's the day. I'm gonna spill all my secrets, all my tips, all my tricks to help you build your audience on YouTube, get some more YouTube subscribers, so you can go change the world with your video content for the better. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The very first thing you have to do on YouTube to get more subscribers is decide what your channel is going to be about. What is the content going to be? People will subscribe to your channel on YouTube the same reason they subscribe to a TV channel or a magazine. They want to subscribe to the content. They want to get more of that content in the future. When I first started YouTube, I knew I wanted to make videos. But what I didn't know at first was what I was actually going to make videos about. Deciding on your content, your subject, or your niche is one of the most important things you're going to do on YouTube, because that's what you're going to build your whole brand around. And nobody wants to build a brand that they don't feel connected to. That is literally like the equivalent of showing up to a job every day that you absolutely hate. But at the same time, it's okay if you figure it out as you go along. Back in 2006, 2007, the golden years, I actually started on YouTube making magic trick videos. Maybe the less we talk about those videos, the better. I started out with magic trick videos, and then on this channel, back in 2014, I actually transitioned to comedy videos. What am I doing? Why am I showing these videos? So I've done a lot, I've tried a lot, but all of that has brought me to where I am today. And looking back on all those videos, all those different niches that I found myself in, one question I've decided could point you in the right direction, give you a head start on your channel, is this. What are your hobbies and interests? For me, it wasn't until April of 2017 that I finally decided what it was I actually wanted to do on YouTube. After the 100+ magic trick, comedy, how-to videos, it wasn't until I actually took a few months off from YouTube and asked myself the same question that I started to build a channel and audience that I knew I was actually meant to build. And had I asked myself this question a little bit sooner, I probably would have had a little bit more clarity, a little more insight into the niche and the actual content category I was supposed to be creating content for. So today I'm making videos about filmmaking and photography, tech, and lifestyle and entrepreneurship. And it makes sense how I figured it out. I love performing for people, hence the magic trick videos. I love making people laugh, hence the comedy videos. And I love helping people out, hence the how-to videos. But what I do today on this channel brings all those different things together. And had I asked myself just a little bit sooner, what are my hobbies and interests, I probably would have started out on the right foot right from the beginning. And all those different things have helped to create what I think is the actual backbone category of this channel, my cinematic vlogs. You can check out my cinematic vlogs by clicking the card annotation that's gonna pop up on the top right-hand corner of your screen. Or as always, I'll leave a link to those cinematic vlogs in the video description box below. But the point is, think to yourself what your hobbies and interests are. 9 times out of 10, that's gonna point you in the right direction to give you a little insight to what you should be creating content about. Notice what that is, take that, and run with it. That's what's worked for me, and that's probably what's gonna work for you. The next thing you're gonna have to do is consistently upload. When you're trying to build up a YouTube channel and build a YouTube audience, remember that there are literally millions of other videos and hundreds of thousands of other creators out there. Each new quality video that you publish to your channel is an opportunity to get more eyes on your content and therefore potentially get more subscribers to your YouTube channel. Each new quality video that you upload to YouTube is a chunk of the pie that you therefore have contributed to. Is this making sense? Basically what I'm saying here is that content is king. And one of the building blocks of great content is consistency. You want to be consistently creating content for your subscribers and new viewers to enjoy. And to remain consistent, what I think is one of the most important things you can do is to create an upload schedule. By establishing a set schedule for yourself that you're going to hold yourself to when it comes to creating content for your YouTube channel, you're basically forcing yourself to commit to content creation. Now this could be once a week, once a month. You're going to have to decide what's most sustainable for you. For me personally, that's a couple times per week, but for you, maybe it's only once per week. Whatever you can realistically hold yourself to when it comes to consistency, however many videos you can realistically make on a consistent basis per week, create an upload schedule around that and then hold yourself to that. If you say to yourself, I will no matter what upload at least one video per week, on Fridays, on Tuesdays, whenever it is, and you just hold yourself to that upload schedule, guess what? At the end of just 6 months, you have a backlog of 25 videos. 25 different videos, different opportunities for new viewers to find you by. Not a bad start for a YouTube channel only 6 months old. So create an upload schedule and stick to it, consistently create, because content is king and consistency helps out your content. But next up, let's talk about something pretty important. Gear. This day and age with cameras like 4K cameras, 8K cameras, it can get a little overwhelming at times and you're gonna think you need the best of the best in order to stand out on YouTube. I'm gonna be one of the first to tell you that you do not need the top of the line gear and equipment to actually be successful on YouTube. I got my first 10,000 subscribers on this channel with a camera that didn't have autofocus, only shot in 1080, and a camera I only had one kit lens attached to and used the onboard mic for. I always say the same thing to you guys that ask about my gear and my equipment. You do not need top of the line gear and equipment to get started or to be successful on YouTube. In all honesty, all you really need on YouTube to get started is a video camera that captures video and audio, preferably in 720p resolution. And that's it, just one camera that captures video and audio with pretty good resolution. You could actually get a point and shoot camera these days that captures in 1080 with audio recording for less than $200, but even then, most of us have a camera built into our phone that is more than sufficient. You can use the camera built into your iPhone or Android phone, whatever camera smartphone you have. You can just use this to get started. But what might actually be even more important than the resolution you capture your video in these days is lighting and audio. Do not underestimate the power of good lighting and good audio. You will want to make sure that you are always well lit because that will stand out in your video when your video is just one video amongst millions upon millions. For the good part of my first 100 videos on YouTube, I just filmed it in front of a window. I just used some natural light and you know what? It looked pretty darn good. Natural window light could actually be super powerful. It can look really nice. But even if you don't have a window that you could film in front of, I'm sure there's a lamp somewhere in your house that you could use. Just position it correctly, light yourself well when you film, and that's already going to put you one step ahead. Good lighting is super important, and I guarantee you good lighting in your video will help your video stand out 10 times more than a 4K video will with bad lighting. And the same goes for audio. Do not underestimate the power of good audio. Most of the time, microphones built into our video cameras or our web cameras these days aren't the best quality. They're good, that's all you need to get started. But before you run out and get that 4K video camera, you probably should invest in a good audio setup first. When it comes to online video, audio is actually 50% of the game. One of the first things you're going to want to do is upgrade your audio setup, and again, it doesn't cost that much these days to get a pretty good high quality mic. So once you have your solid quality video camera but very good lighting and audio, maybe that's when you could think about upgrading your actual camera. If you're interested in the gear that I use to make all of my YouTube videos, you can check out BMAC.link/gear. That will bring you to an organized list of all the gear that I use. Or as always, there will be a link in the video description box below as well, so check that out if you want to see the gear that I'm rocking. But now that you know what you're filming, now you know how you're going to film it and what you're going to film it with, before you go smashing that publish button on YouTube, you should definitely try to master the art of title making, thumbnail making, and good SEO strategy. These three things in particular are super important in getting your video in front of the eyes of people who actually want to see your video. For your title, you're going to want to use something that's catchy but also very relevant to what your video is actually about. Clickbait doesn't work anymore. YouTube's too smart for that. It's not gonna help you in the long run. But you do wanna create a compelling, relevant title so that the title sticks out amongst the other videos in that niche so that more people will click on your video, enjoy your video, and hopefully end up subscribing. The same exact thing applies to the thumbnail as well. You do wanna take the time to think about how you could create better looking thumbnails that are visually pleasing but also very click-worthy. Because a thumbnail, more so than maybe the title of the video, is what's gonna help people decide whether or not to click on your video. I personally use Adobe Photoshop to create all the thumbnails for the videos on my channel. You can actually try out Photoshop for free as part of Adobe's Photoshop free trial. I'll be sure to leave a link to the Adobe Photoshop free trial in the video description box below, so check that out. But together, a compelling and relevant title and thumbnail is what's going to help drive more views to your videos, which in turn will help build your audience and get you more YouTube subscribers. On top of that, you do want to take the time to fill out the description and tags of your video. This is where we start to get into something called SEO, search engine optimization. It's basically keywords and metadata that's going to help YouTube decide what your video is actually about. In the beginning, when you're first starting to publish videos on YouTube, YouTube doesn't really know what your videos are about. YouTube's not really going to know who to show your videos to. So by filling out the description and tags about what the video is about, you'll be giving YouTube a little bit more information to work with, so YouTube could show the video to those people who want to see it most. Tags and descriptions do not matter nearly as much as they used to, but do not think that they are no longer important, because they are. It only takes a few minutes of your time, so make sure you take those few minutes to fill out the description and tags of your video with information about what your video is actually about. Next up, I want to talk about something that's a little philosophical. If you're trying to get more YouTube subscribers, do not forget to make goals. Now, I know this might sound cliche. You're probably thinking to yourself, BMAC, goals? Come on. No, I'm serious. Goals, baby. I've actually made several videos on this channel about goal setting and goal making. But just hear me out for a second, okay? Every time I've made a goal for subscriber counts, viewer counts, whatever it is, I've actually hit those goals or come super close to them on this channel. 10 times more so than if I hadn't made a goal at all. Goals are kind of like a way to mind hack yourself. It's a way to kind of trick your mind into working towards something that serves the overall bigger picture. Now to start, you've already made one goal if you watched this video thus far. You've already made a goal of how many videos you're gonna upload and how often you're gonna upload them. That was your upload schedule we talked about a few minutes ago. See how this is all getting connected right here? I highly suggest you make goals about consistency, subscriber counts, and viewer counts, because that will actually give you an actual number, an actual bar to work towards. And you will find yourself doing whatever you have to do to actually hit those goals. The time and the effort you put into actually trying to hit your goals is going to much better serve you than if you're kind of just freely going about it without any goals in mind at all. Goal setting, baby. Set some goals. But by the same token, don't focus too much on numbers and analytics. Trust me, sometimes it is way too easy to look way too far into your numbers and analytics. And on YouTube, I think the most important thing to remember when looking at your numbers and analytics is that no matter how small, if you have positive growth, you're headed in the right direction. You are doing it right, and your channel and your subscriber base is growing. Remember, that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to grow an audience. And the rate at which you could grow that audience is relative to how long you've been creating videos for, how consistent you've been with creating your videos. YouTube is not a race. It's probably gonna take you years, not months, not days, to get the recognition you feel you deserve on your content. But just stick with it, look at the numbers and analytics, and so long as you see a little bit of positive growth headed in that direction, just ride that wave, baby. As long as your numbers aren't going down, going negative on a consistent basis, you're doing okay. One thing I cannot stress enough is do not fall for the sub for sub hype. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, sub for sub does not work. Anyone could go buy subscribers if you really wanted to, or could get sub for sub going. But if you do either of those things, all you're getting is a number. You're not actually getting subscribers, people who want to view your content. You're not building a brand, you're just building a number. And those numbers mean nothing if they're not true to what they actually represent. You wanna focus on getting subscribers who actually enjoy your content for what it is. You wanna build an audience. So focus on the other tips mentioned in this video and never ever sub for sub. And last but certainly not least, do not forget what YouTube is. YouTube is a video social media platform. You gotta remember to be social, interact, engage. Ask people a question at the end of your video, get people to comment. Or if you're watching a video like you're watching this video right now, comment your thoughts down below. Comments basically act as free advertising space when you think about it. If you're commenting on a video, that's your name and avatar and your comment popping up on that video. And it's gonna be especially important if that's a popular video. Think about a video that's getting thousands and hundreds of thousands of views and your comment is going to be underneath that video. That's free advertising space. So interact, comment, share your thoughts, share your opinion. Despite what some people call it, YouTube is still a video social media platform. So ask questions, interact with your audience, reply to comments, and comment on other people's videos. Not only will it help you, but it will help everyone else on this platform as well. So those are my tips, tricks, and secrets when it comes to getting more subscribers on YouTube. Those are the things I focus on and I found most important in my development of my audience in the past. And it's what I'm going to continue to focus on in the future to continue to build my YouTube audience. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. And if you're interested in filmmaking, photography, tech, or lifestyle content, consider smashing that subscribe button as well. That way you can stay up to date with all the videos I'm publishing to this channel and become part of this beautiful BMAC'S community we've built together. Whew, this is one of the longest videos I've ever filmed. It is no joke. It's gotta be at least 104 in here. I am sweating profusely. Where's my water? Oh man, that's better. But I will see you guys in my next video.